is a great day today because it's finally starting to warm up out here in Saskatchewan. It's +4 right now, so I don't have to wear a toque. And I cleaned the milking parlor today. So these boards are clean, the milkers are clean, and I'm in the process of cleaning all the way down this wall. You can see way over there, there's still a manure ridge that has formed from the poop flush. But we're slowly getting there. The thing about manure when you don't clean it is it cakes on and it dries, and then it's really, really difficult to clean off. So with the combination of soaking with hot water or just a lot of water and different kinds of soaps, we're able to get it off pretty easily, but it is still time consuming. So just working on that slowly to make it a cleaner place to work in. This girl was sucking air, so I had her on manual, and now she's empty. Don't get me wrong, I love cleaning. But there was one thing I really hate about cleaning, and that's watching the thing you just cleaned get dirty again. Look at this. This. I know those are actually minuscule in the grand scheme of things, but look at that one. That was perfect. Like 10 minutes ago. So I just cleaned out the goat pen with the pitchfork and a wheelbarrow, and I wheeled it all the way over to the bobcat. It took me probably about 2 hours. So we're just here, and I've got 3 of my ladies with my handsome boy. So little update for you guys. I've got the oldest one, Payette. I put her in with the Samurai about 2 months ago, so hopefully in about 3 months we'll have babies. And then the other 2 younger ones I just put in today. And then I've got one more little lady. She's not quite big enough yet. No, you're not. She's not quite big enough yet for me to put in with the buck, because I don't want there to be any complications during the birthing process. So I am fine with waiting a little bit until I can put them all together. So these guys are all happy hanging out. There was a little bit of a kerfuffle when I put them in together, but they've settled down now, so that's good. Then I don't have to worry too much about them. So I've just got to grab some water for them, and then they're going to be all settled. So hopefully some baby goats in the next little while. And then Peggy and Cupid are going to be able to hang out together. And then Preston was put in with these 2 ladies sometime in December. So hopefully maybe in May we'll have some baby Nigerian dwarf goats. So baby planning is on the way. All right. Samurai hogging the grain over there. Yes, you. What you doing? Hi. So I've got all 6 of the kids tied up here. Pumpkin's doing real good again. And Outlander still seems to be having the most trouble of adjusting. She looks very mad at me right now. But she'll jump back at Fritz. I've got this little guy as my lap dog. But she'll jump back and then jump forward, kind of like I've seen a horse do. I've never seen a calf actually do that before, but she's really fighting the halter still. just like you see there. And this is why supervision is super, super, super important, because if you leave these calves alone, and Pumpkin's got it all figured out already. Of course you do. But the thing with calves is if you leave them tied up all by themselves for too long, there's a really good chance that they can hang themselves and then they will die. So it's really important that you only ever tie them up with supervision, especially when they're tied against a fence like this. I know there might be a few comments saying, oh, that's dangerous, but I'm right here to make sure that if a foot does come through and they don't come out, I can untie them quickly. There's a special quick untie knot that we get taught in 4-H that I use so that I can really quickly untie them, get them up, get them out if it's necessary. So they all seem to be handling it pretty well. They're giving into release of pressure now, and they're really enjoying their food bribery. So it's going pretty good so far. And that's the best sign. Pumpkin's chewing her cud. So that means she's actually really relaxed and happy. So if I can get the other 5 ladies to do that, then we're really on track, right? You helping me out? So these ladies have it all figured out, or at least Pumpkin does. You see how loose her halter is? She's figured out the pressure release system, so she's doing a real good job. Birdie is also doing a relatively good job. Yeah. So I'm gonna work on desensitizing some of these kids today. So I'm gonna show you guys my toolbox for today. I'm gonna be using this on the calves that are already really good with the desensitization, like Pumpkin. And this I just use as another positive reinforcement tool. It's actually supposed to attach to a hose so you can brush and wash your calves, but I like using this curry comb to give them a little massage, brush them out real nice. And then this whip is so that I can reach their legs and other hard to reach areas and be able to just gently rub them with this tool so that they can get used to having their legs touched. Because let me tell you, a calf that kicks is not a nice calf to clip. So it's really important to get them desensitized in that area as well. So what I'll do, I'll kind of introduce it so that they can lick it, smell it, whatever they want, and then I'll kind of rub them like this. And this is what you do with horses too. So then I'll just kind of move my way down. And obviously with Pumpkin, there's not going to be a whole lot of resistance there. Might tickle a little bit, but then you just touch them with it and rub them around. And then if you cross the threshold, like freaking them out a little bit too much, then you back off. So that's Birdie. I'll touch her face with it. She wants to play with it. I'll move a little bit farther down. You see that? How she shrank back from that? She didn't like that. So then I back off and I move to a place where she was comfortable with it. So then I move a little bit forward, trying to touch where she's comfortable. She shrank back again, so I back off again. Sometimes it's easier to use this end of the whip, just because it's got a little bit more weight on it. So then I'll gently touch her. Move around, make sure she's okay. And you can see that the lead rope here is not tight. She gives it a smell. And then I try to do a little bit of an extra touch here on the neck. And that was good. Another one. And this lady will shake her head at me a lot of the time. So she is also kind of stubborn. Yeah, it's okay. She's not enjoying that, so I'm going to move on to the next one. This is Sebastian. I'll let her touch it. Let her smell it. It's got the smell of other calves, so it's not too scary. And then I move all the way up and down. See if she doesn't mind this. She's questioning it. And that's over her threshold, so I'll back off. I'll let her smell it again. I'll move up here again. I know she's comfortable with that. And then I'll leave it on a positive note. So for me, I know not everybody trains like this, but for me, it's really important to stay within the panic threshold. So I don't really want to force them to go into panic mode. I like to work within their comfort zone, which really isn't a comfort zone because they're not comfortable with it yet. But I like to move slow, work slow, just take it easy. And that way they learn through positive reinforcement. So Pumpkin obviously has it down. Birdie really did not like being touched on her legs. She did have a little freak out. And Annabelle seems to be the only one that didn't really let me touch her at all, but everybody else is doing pretty good. So if that goes well, I'll use one of these and then I'll just try brushing them with it. I'll also let them smell. Good brushing. And if I can, I'll go down here because cows love that. She stopped chewing her cud for that. Eee? So obviously Pumpkin's really good at that. You can see that Sebastian's got a little bit of ringworm going on there. When she's a little bit more comfortable with me touching her, I'll put some iodine on it, but for now I'll just let it be because I don't want to freak her out with something too new. That typically feels real good, doesn't it? Oh, and look at that. We got somebody else chewing their cud on the line. That's a good girl, Jaylin. Good girl. Yeah. I did try something earlier with Jaylin here. She really liked it when I was brushing her bum, so we'll see if she lets me get there. She stopped chewing her cud. But if I reach out just the hand. Let's see if you can see that on camera, but she'll start licking and twitching her nose. That means she's enjoying it, so that's a really good sign too. This is the first time I'm brushing her. Pumpkin. Oh man. That'll be it for today's video, guys, but one last thing that I do want to mention is I know some people might think it's sad to see calves tied up, but once they get to the show, you're gonna see that these are the most spoiled ladies in the world. The calves and the cows that go to the shows, they get treated like royalty. They are fed the best possible food. They are housed on the cleanest straw and shavings, and they're so clean. They're the snowiest white and the jettest black. It's crazy. So you'll see through the transformation and the work that I put into these calves that they do settle down quite a bit, and they are really happy to be around you after a little bit of work. So You can see that Pumpkin's already 100% fine. Outlander and Birdie, I think, probably need the most work, which of course they do, because they're the ones that I'm going to be taking to the show. And then I've got Annabelle and Sebastian and Jalen, who are doing pretty good. So I'm happy with the progress so far. Next is to get them walking on the halter, which is the most important, because that's how you show them off in the show ring. So, but yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.